Hello, coolers, and welcome back to Viva Barca. Welcome to the home of everything Barcelona, where we are going to be discussing on some interesting developing stories. We start with Jordi Cruyff, one of Barca's sporting directors. Of course, in a recent interview, Jordi Cruyff talked about the young, Memphis Depay, and Barcelona's approach in the summer market. We are going to be discussing on everything Jordi Cruyff had to say in his recent interview. Then secondly, talking about another interview by Barca centre-back Eric Garcia, who recently spoke about Lewandowski, Asensio, Piqué, Ferran Torres, Zubimendi, Busquets, Luis Enrique. We are also going to be looking at that. So guys, as we get right into it in much detail, please do ensure to subscribe if you haven't. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. New sporting director of FC Barcelona has opened up about the situations of Frenkie de Jong and Memphis Depay, saying that the Dutch duo has gotten their fair share of minutes this season, and it's important it's because of the current circumstances that their participation has reduced. Both Depay and Frenkie de Jong were on the verge of leaving Barcelona in the summer. The former was linked with a move to Juventus, but as the team from Turin decided to go with Arkadiusz Milik instead, the former Manchester United forward stayed put. The situation with De Jong was a bit different. The 25-year-old was put on the market as Barcelona struggled to manage finances and the registration of new players. The Blaugrana even had a principal agreement in place with Manchester United, but the players' reluctance to agree to personal terms forced Barcelona to close the operation. This season, there has been a variable impact in the number of minutes the duo has received. However, despite the stacked roster and Xavi's preferred lineup, Depay and De Jong both started and impressed against Cadiz and Elche. Speaking about the stage, Jordi Cruyff said that the lack of minutes is mostly down to the fact that Xavi already has a lot of pressure. Since the coach only thinks about winning, the lineup is made based on that particular state of mind. He said, "I think they have played their matches," Jordi Cruyff said. "They have been there from the preparation and they were both in the starting lineup in the last game. There is a lot of pressure on the trainer to win, so he does not think about other things. He only thinks about winning, and based on that he makes his lineup." Meanwhile, the 48-year-old Jordi Cruyff also shed light on Barcelona's approach in the summer transfer market, saying that it wasn't an ideal situation for everyone involved. He said, "I've been there for about a year, but my role has become a bit more active now, especially in the transfer period. It's not an easy situation. I hear a lot of opinions without people knowing what the Spanish fair play rules are like, very strict compared to the rest of Europe. As a result, not only Barcelona is, having a difficult time, but a lot of Spanish clubs. You don't read that everywhere. But okay, I think we have had a fairly good transfer period. You can see that in particular in the fact that our stadium is again. The whole city has revived and the fans believe in the project again," added the son of legendary Dutchman Johan Cruyff. Great words there from sporting director Jordi Cruyff. Of course, what he's saying is actually true. Xavi's lineup is always based on the winning. Xavi have always been that man with winning mentality, and I think he's trying to rotate the players to the best of his ability so that nobody will complain a lot about lack of game time. This is all about man management, so Frenkie de Jong and Memphis Depay, who have been the players who were linked to a move away from Barca, at least I think they are still very important to the club. We can see how the performances are helping the team a lot. They started the last two games against Elche and Cadiz, and they did fairly well there. So here is Jordi Cruyff trying to talk about that people should not be, complaining a lot about lineups because Xavi wants the team to always win, and he's putting his lineup based on the team to win the match. So that's what Jordi Cruyff is trying to reiterate in his recent interview. And also speaking about how the transfer window was of course the transfer window was one of the best transfer windows in Barca's recent history. And we can see how even the Camp Nou, all the games in the Camp Nou is full. Fans are so happy. They're interested to come to the stadium to watch matches as compared to last season. So it's really interesting to see how, things have improved so far for Barca, and the performance-wise, we are doing a good job. I think Xavi is doing well. The team is playing so well, and I think fans, as usual, needs to be excited about this. Then, moving on to the next story of discussion. Speaking in a press conference ahead of Spain's UEFA Nations League fixtures later this week, Barca defender Eric Garcia spoke about his club teammates Robert Lewandowski and Ferran Torres, while also addressing Marco Asensio links to Barca. The 21-year-old defender has made a solid start to the new season after enduring a tricky debut campaign last term. He had faced criticism from several sections at the time, but insisted that he never let this affect his game. He said, "No, not really. Unfortunately, last season I had to get used to them. I understood that this is about and what I have to do. Listen to those who are always with you, especially the coaches, who are the ones who know you more," he said. Talking about Robert Lewandowski, the center-back said, "He is the star of Poland, a great player. I hope that if we face him during the World Cup, he will not have his best day." On the recent transfer rumors linking Real Madrid winger Asensio to Barcelona, Garcia stated, "Marco is a great footballer. He has a contract with Madrid and I can't tell you more. It's a pleasure to enjoy him here in the national team." When asked if he had joked with the winger about moving to Camp Nou, Eric said, "If we had to laugh about all the rumors that come out, we wouldn't stop. There are things that come out and stay there." The ex-Manchester City ace also commented on the criticism that Ferran Torres has drawn since arriving at Barca. He said, "Unfortunately, sometimes we footballers have to get used to criticism. Ferran Torres has shown that what a great player he is. His numbers are spectacular. There are times when the ball doesn't go in, but I see him well. When you walk, things just work out." On the competition for places at Barca, he said, "At Barca, there are 5 central defenders at a very high level. Ronald Araujo, Koundé, Andres Christensen, Piqué. Competition is important. It makes you pay more attention to small details to convince a coach." Given his take on Gerard Piqué's situation at the club and his lack of minutes this season, the center has stated, "Gerard has some qualities that he has shown in the last 10 to 15 years. He is one of the best center-backs I've ever seen. He is top in the world. I learn from him every day. I am sure that when he has minutes, he will show what great centre-back he is." Of late, Barcelona are being linked with Martin Zubimendi as long-term replacement for captain Sergio Busquets. Garcia was asked for his opinion on the possibility of that transfer, to which he said, "You have to be careful with comparisons. Busquets is the best midfielder I've ever seen, and Martin Zubimendi is just starting his career. I shared the Olympic Games in Japan with him, and he surprised me. But I repeat what I said before, he's a Real Sociedad player, and he has a contract there." Garcia also held the importance of Spain national team manager Luis Enrique in his career, saying, "I have always said that I am very grateful to Luis Enrique. It was not easy for him, for sure. I feel grateful with confidence. The things he asked me, are very similar to what I do in Barca. Every time I enter the field, I try to give him back the confidence he has given me. And no time can we relax. All footballers want to play. The fact that the coach trusts you, even if you don't have as many minutes, reinforces you and gives you the confidence. But when you come here, you have to give it back, right?" So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.